Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, Episode 1. I'm Mateus Costa. Today we cover the hidden cost audit, exact euro bills that break expats' budgets in Portugal, with the latest numbers and practical steps to avoid surprises.
Quick Portugal update before we dive in. Rental markets remain tight in Lisbon and the Algarve. Energy prices have moderated compared with 2023 peaks, but municipal and annual property charges are unchanged, and those are what usually trip people up. In this episode, I'll give you exact euro ranges for the bills most newcomers miss, and a 30-day audit you can run before you move.
Here's what you'll walk away with. A simple audit template to capture recurring and annual charges. 3 regional first-year cost snapshots for Lisbon, Porto, and the Algarve, and 5 documentation fixes that strengthen D7 and digital Nomad visa filings. This isn't theory. I'll give euro amounts you can plug into your spreadsheet today.
Section 1. The top hidden costs and realistic euro ranges. I'll name the bill, who typically pays it, and what you should expect to add to your monthly or one-off budget. Condominio. Building fees. For apartments, Lisbon central flats commonly run 60 to 250 euros per month, depending on building services and elevator. Porto is typically 40 to 150 euros. The Algarve varies wildly because of resort complexes. Budget 50 to 300. Important. Landlords sometimes expect tenants to pay condominio in full or split utilities. Get the lease clause in writing. IMT and stamp duty. Purchase taxes. On purchase, IMT, property transfer tax, depends on price and property type. As a working rule, buyers should plan for 1% to 8% depending on price brackets, but most typical purchases trigger 1% to 5% for common price ranges. Stamp duty is smaller, usually a few hundred euros up to around 1,000 euros on typical purchases. These are one-off, but large. Don't forget them in year 1 cash flow. Municipal garbage and TV tax. Garbage collection, taxa de residus or selo, varies by municipality. Expect 60 to 180 euros per year. The TV fee, should you subscribe via cable or pay the broadcasting charge, is roughly 25 to 60 euros per year, depending on equipment and municipality, sometimes included via electricity bills, so double-check. Broadband and energy deposits. New accounts often require a deposit. Broadband routers and activation fees, 50 to 200 euros one-off. Energy suppliers commonly request a deposit or credit review, 100 to 300 euros. Expect final bills to be split seasonally, so add a buffer equal to 1 to 2 months of actual usage when you arrive. Home insurance and contents. Basic home insurance can be 80 to 300 euros per year depending on coverage. If you're renting, tenant insurance is often cheaper, but recommended. Budget 50 to 150 euros per year for minimal cover. Social Security for freelancers. If you plan to declare as self-employed, national insurance contributions vary with declared income and exemptions. To be safe, budget a conservative monthly charge of 150 to 350 euros during your first year while you stabilize invoices. It's variable, but critical for cash flow and residency paperwork if you show Social Security contributions as proof of activity. Section 2. What most people miss. Timing, liability, and visa-proof pitfalls. These mistakes are common and expensive.
Timing matters. IMI is billed annually. IMT and stamp duty hit at closing. Condominium can include extraordinary charges for building repairs, and those arrive as occasional lumps. If you only budget monthly rent, you'll be surprised when a 1,500 euro special condominium levy or IMT becomes due. Always convert annual charges into a monthly accrual in your spreadsheet. Take the annual amount, divide by 12, and add it to your monthly required income.
Landlord versus owner liabilities. Don't assume the landlord pays every communal or municipal charge. Get the lease to state who pays condominio, water, municipal garbage, and TV tax. If a landlord says they cover utilities, ask for recent invoice copies or written confirmation. Then add those numbers to your visa evidence if you rely on them. Which costs break visa income proofs? CEF and consulates want stable, recurring evidence. One-off deposits or reimbursable landlord payments don't usually count. Document recurring charges you personally pay, broadband bills in your name, utility bills, a dated expense ledger showing monthly payments, and landlord receipts if the landlord pays and provides receipts. That ledger is gold for D7 and Digital Nomad applications.
Now, the 30-day audit you can run today. Fast, concrete steps. Day 1. Create a simple spreadsheet with columns Item, Annual Amount, Monthly Accrual, Payer, and Document Link. Day 2 to 7. Contact 3 landlords or agents and request copies of the last 12 months of condominium and utility invoices for properties you're considering. Day 8 to 15. Call your preferred broadband and energy providers to confirm deposits and activation fees for the exact address. Day 16 to 22. If buying, get a preliminary IMT estimate from a lawyer or notary. If renting, confirm whose name will be on utility contracts. Day 23 to 30. Assemble receipts, screenshots, and a dated ledger showing at least 2 months of recurring payments or owner receipts to use in visa filings.
Documents to collect for D7 or Digital Nomad applications. Copies of monthly bank withdrawals for rent and utilities showing your name. Utility or broadband bills in your name. Condominium receipts or a written landlord affidavit if the landlord pays. A dated expense ledger exported from your spreadsheet. And any Social Security contribution receipts if you're self-employed. These strengthen proof of stable monthly outflows and residency intent. Section 3. Regional first-year snapshots and quick mitigations. I'll give concrete totals so you can see the scale. Lisbon snapshot. Conservative first year for a one-bed rental near central neighborhoods. Rent, €1,600 per month, equals €19,200. Condominium, €100 per month, equals €1,200. Utilities and internet, €150 per month, equals €1,800. Municipal charges and TV, €180 per year. Deposits and activation fees, €300 one-off. Buffer for extraordinary condominium or annual taxes, €1,000. First year total, rent plus recurring plus one-offs plus buffer, roughly €23,680. If you're buying, add IMT, stamp, and IMI accruals on top of that. Porto snapshot. More moderate costs. Rent, €950 per month, equals €11,400. Condominium, €70 per month, equals €840. Utilities and internet, €120 per month, equals €1,440. Municipal charges, €120 per year. Deposits, €200. Buffer, €700. First year total, roughly €14,700. Algarve snapshot. Variable with seasonality. Rent for a comfortable one-bed outside peak tourist towns, €1,100 per month, equals €13,200. Condominio, €90 per month, equals €1,080. Utilities and internet, €140 per month, equals €1,680. Municipal and TV, €150 per year. Deposits, €250. Buffer, €900. First year total, roughly €17,260. Note, in resort complexes, condominium and extraordinary levies can spike. Always request recent condominium meeting minutes and invoices. Common failure scenarios and immediate mitigations. Under budgeting for annual charges. Mitigation. Convert annual to monthly accrual and hold a 1-month recurring costs buffer. Missing receipts or unpaid landlord bills. Mitigation. Require receipts in the lease and collect invoices during your 30-day audit. Assuming deposits count for visa proof. Mitigation. Only count recurring, documented payments in your ledger. These are avoidable with a short, disciplined audit. Final practical checklist recap. 1. Build a spreadsheet with monthly accruals. 2. Collect 12 months of condominium and utility invoices or landlord receipts. 3. Confirm deposits and activation fees with providers. 4. Secure lease clauses for who pays what. 5. Export a dated expense ledger and include it with your visa evidence. Do this once and you remove most residency budget surprises.
If you want the exact spreadsheet I mentioned and a guided mini course that walks you through the 30-day audit step by step, enroll in the Cost Audit mini course at movingtoportugaldaily.com/cost audit. Download the spreadsheet, follow the checklist, and use the sample letters for landlord and utility requests. Let's run the numbers and make your move to Portugal.
That's your clear action plan for today. Apply it and move closer to your Portugal life. Bom dia from Portugal. See you in the next episode.